Hi guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video. It's Friday, so it's time for another Friday reads. I am feeling a lot better than I did just last weekend. I'm still not completely over everything. I think I still have something with my voice, but for the most part I am back to normal. I have a lot of energy today, I think because maybe last night was the first time I had a full night's sleep without any interruptions since I got sick almost 2 weeks ago. So yeah, that was nice and I'm excited. I'm so happy it's the weekend now, even though I've had a couple of good days. I mean, since I think Wednesday-ish, I've felt fine, sort of fine. I've definitely been at work and I've been feeling better with every day that has passed. So it was a good thing I went to the doctor on Monday and found out that I had to get penicillin to get better. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have felt any better at this point. But yeah. Anyway, I have a small parcel unboxing again. I think it's the last book that I didn't receive in time for my book haul, last book haul that I did. I'll link it up in here if you haven't seen it. And it should be that one. It's the only one that's been missing from that, and it has been quite a while. And I think it said it was around now. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just in a really weird package. But it is Deep Wizardry by Diane Duane, the only book that I needed to get for my book haul. The other 3 books I received, I think the day after I filmed that book haul, and I showed an Instagram picture of those. If you haven't seen that, not all of you follow me on Instagram, so. But anyway, I finally also got Deep Wizardry by Diane Duane. I'm really looking forward to getting into this. This is the second book in the Young Wizard series, and yeah, it's gonna continue the adventures for no, that's not her name, Nita and Kit, who are the main characters of this, and I love the magic system, but I'm gonna talk about that in my wrap-up, which I'll film this weekend probably. Anyway, reading over the week, I haven't read a whole lot since Duries. I'll leave my Duries wrap up so you can see which books I read for that. But since then, I haven't felt a lot like picking up a book and read because I've not felt very well, especially Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was better, but I still had some other things that I wanted to catch up on at that time when I felt better. So instead I did some bullet journal stuff that I hadn't been able to do, and sort of things, and that took a lot of time. But I have been listening to some audiobooks over the week. I don't know how far I'm into City of Brass, but because I didn't check, I just started filming when I came home. But I would say I'm probably about 6 or 7 hours into City of Brass, and it is an 11-hour audio in the speed that I'm listening to it in. So I'd say I'm around 60% through it. And it's definitely very interesting. There's a lot. It's a really good book. I like the setting, and there's a lot of great things about that. But it could be better, I think. The narration style is pretty good. I like the narrator of the audio, so that's also good. I don't know if I'll be finishing it this weekend. I hope that I will, so that I can start on my next ones, because this is part of my one readathon to rule them all. But I haven't actually. That's the only thing I've read. Oh wait, I also read Binti. Yeah, I remember just now that I finished Binti on Sunday, actually. No, Monday. When I was not feeling very well. When I was at the doctor's waiting to get in, I read like the majority of that, and then later that evening I read the last parts. Just sort of that. So I don't know if that's why I couldn't get into it, or if it's just that it's not my sort of book. It was only 90 pages long, but I didn't feel like I got a real sense of the characters. I mean, I like the setting, and I like the sort of magical elements to the story, but otherwise it didn't really grab me. I hope that Binti Home will be a lot better, but I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. So that's the only thing that I finished since Deweys. Yeah. Apart from that, this morning I read one chapter of Children, Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and I hope to get through a lot of this weekend. So far, the chapter that I read, I liked, so far so good, but I don't know how it's gonna be onwards, but I've only heard very great things about it, so I'm really excited to get into this one for real now, and we'll see if I manage to finish it over the weekend. I do want to really get some reading done this weekend, and it's supposed to be a nice weekend, so I can take it outside with me and read outside. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Otherwise, if I feel like I want to have a switch of things, then I have... Actually, I could fit Binti into my one readathon to rule them all, because it's shorter than 300 pages. But I mean, I think it said a novel shorter than 300 pages, and Binti is a short story, so or novella, so it's not exactly a novel, so I don't know if it fits. Otherwise, I'll read Nobody's Princess, but I think I think I might have completed that, because I've seen other people use Binti and short stories like that as their story under 300 pages. Maybe I should dip into my non-English author book, which is this one. It should go pretty quick since it's also in Danish. I read Danish slightly faster than I read my English. Not super much faster, because I've always been reading in English almost since I started actually reading books for fun. But obviously it's YA and it's in Danish. I think I'd read this faster than the majority of the other books. Also, the text is pretty large. So I hope that I'll enjoy it, and I hope it will be one of those fast-paced, straight-up, easy reads, because that's what I need right now. So we'll see. Otherwise, I don't have any plans of reading plans. I should get working on my stack of books that I need to wrap up, because it's taking up all of my dining table right now, and it's really stressing me out a little bit. But what I have had some issues with is that I don't have enough types of wrapping paper to fit, and I don't have a whole lot of books in each genre. The only thing that I have a lot of books in is in fantasy, which is not super surprising to me. So I'll keep having my fantasy books, but then I have 3 other types of wrapping paper and possibly a Christmas sort of wrapping paper. And so I was thinking maybe my Christmas sort of wrapping paper should be like most anticipated, just because Christmas is a time that I'm really looking forward to always. Not so much now, but still. So it could be a good type of wrapping paper to use for most anticipated books. And then I have, maybe I'll do a random kind of one, and then maybe my fantasy and my urban fantasy. No, my science fiction and urban fantasy. But I'm not sure. So if you have any suggestions about how I should divide my wrapping papers now, because I can't completely divide it into genres, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate the help. And if you're curious about how it looks, I'll try and give you a picture of my dining table right now, because it's a mess. And it has been like that since I finished unwrapping for the last TBR unwrapping that I did. Because I was thinking I'm just gonna get straight on with my wrapping up of books. But it turned out that I didn't have much time that weekend, and then I don't have much time in the work days when I get home from work. So, and last weekend I was ill, so I didn't get to any of that. So we'll see. But hopefully I will manage to get through some of it. At least if I can get through a little bit of it, then yeah. I've also been thinking maybe it's something you'd like to see me do, but I don't know. Yeah. Finally, my plans for the weekend. Today, actually we're just waiting around for my sister to give birth to her baby. Her due date is today. And we were all thinking at this point she might have had the baby, because she had really big issues with Braxton Hicks contractions like a month ago, but nothing's happened yet. At least I haven't heard anything today. So I presume that nothing has happened. And yeah, so we're just waiting around, waiting for the baby to come. Hopefully it won't take too long, because if it's going to be really warm over the weekend, I hope that she'll be able to get the baby before that. Otherwise, I hope to get outside and sit outside to read for a bit. I need to clean my apartment because it's very due. I've been neglecting my apartment for the past 2 weeks actually, because I've been sick. So I have a lot of things like that to do this weekend, and otherwise I'll just be trying to read something, and yeah, I'm going to be watching some hockey, I think. I mean, I don't usually watch a lot of hockey because even though I've tried a couple of times, I've had a hard time getting into hockey, mostly because I find it really hard to follow the puck. I mean, it just goes so fast that sometimes I don't see where it is. And maybe I just have to give it some time and get used to the speed of it, and then I'll be digging the whole thing. Because if you don't know, the World Championships in hockey is starting today, and it is hosted in Denmark. What? Yeah. Actually, only 35 minutes drive from here. So that is quite exciting. I'm not planning on going to see any of the matches because I don't know too much about it. But I think that's going to be a lot of tourists. Actually, I think they've sold over 300,000 tickets already just for that event. So that is quite exciting. And some people actually booked their tickets 4 years ago when it was announced that this was where it was set. So that's quite exciting. It's apparently the biggest sport event that Denmark has ever hosted, like with the amount of viewers and people who are interested in the sport. And then they decide to throw it in a city that has like 50,000 citizens. So yeah, but I think it makes sense that they put it there. First up, we have Boxen, which is like a big multi-arena thing that we can use for everything, and it can host. I don't remember, but we've hosted a lot of other events before where it's just like enormous amount of people. I think it can host 25,000, but I'm not sure. But also, one of Denmark's most successful hockey teams is from that city called Herning Blue Fox, and they have actually been the ones that has all of those Danish hockey players that's playing in the NHL, in the hockey league in the US, are people who started their hockey career, the professional careers in Herning. So like, it definitely does a lot of great things. So yeah, I find it really cool that actually it's hosted in Herning, because it makes sense. Anyway, I'm rambling because I'm feeling so much better. So apparently I need to talk to people. My final announcement before I leave today is that I have a Q&A that I'm doing. I think I'll be filming it next weekend, maybe on Thursday, because that's a holiday. So I'd really appreciate anyone commenting with questions for that, because right now there's not a whole lot of questions, and it would be a little sad if I didn't have any questions to answer. So I'll leave a link to my video in the in the card symbol and in the description box below, so that you can add your questions. You can also send me questions on Twitter if you want to, however you feel like you want to ask me some questions, let me know. I think that's what I wanted to say today. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments down below what sort of plans you have for the weekend. Do you have any exciting reads that you're currently working through? And yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye!